my question is for the Premier. The gas plant scandal had the Deputy Chief of Staff and senior Liberal operatives caught in the OPP's radar. The same is true in your Sudbury bribery scandal. And it would be the taped words of your deputy and Liberal operative that will be your undoing. You have stated that you made the decision to appoint your Sudbury candidate in late November, but it seems nobody knew. On December 12th, Pat Sorbera told Andrew Olivier that you were, quote, going to be making your decision. According to your own deputy, you hadn't yet made your decision. The tape doesn't lie. Will you admit that your version and the version found on tape are vastly different?
Vastly.
Mr. Speaker, again, I will say to the member opposite that there's an investigation going on outside of this House, much as he would like to be. He would like to be running the investigation, Mr. Speaker. It's not happening. His House leader said on February 27th that it was a good idea, and I quote, to stop interfering in an ongoing investigation and let it run its course, unquote, Mr. Speaker. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to let the investigation take place outside of this House, Mr. Speaker, and in the meantime, we are going to carry on the very, very important work of building this province up, Mr. Speaker, of making sure that we work and partner with business, Mr. Speaker, that we provide the home care that people need in their homes, Mr. Speaker, and that we put in place the policies that will keep young women and girls safe, Mr. Speaker, and will work to change the culture of sexual assault and violence, and that, Mr. Speaker, in respect of International Women's Day yesterday.
Supplementary.
Again to the Premier, this is just like the gas plant scandal where Liberal operatives said one thing but recovered emails clearly laid out the truth. This time it's your operatives' words that were caught on tape. Jerry Lougheed had quite a chat with Andrew Olivier on December 11th. He talked about what would happen if Olivier said no to his job offer and instead went out and sold Liberal memberships. He left the door open for Olivier to run. According to your Liberal operative, you hadn't yet made your decision. You have been snared by your own story. So which is it, Premier? Your version or the one caught on tape?
Well, again, Mr. Speaker, I will say very clearly, and I've said this many times, that I made a decision that Glenn Thibeault would be the best candidate for us in Sudbury, Mr. Speaker, after my meeting with him at the end of November. I've said that clearly, and Mr. Speaker, I do take this matter very seriously, but I've said that I will work with the authorities outside of this House. That's where the investigation is taking place, and that's where it rightly should take place, because it is an independent investigation, Mr. Speaker. It's not an investigation that is taking place in the legislature. It's not a political investigation, Mr. Speaker. It's an independent investigation that's happening outside the legislature.
Thank you. New question.